Hello Pharma aspirants, welcome back to PharmaAcharya. In our last video, we explored the investigational new drug application, an essential regulatory step that allows a promising compound to enter into clinical trials in humans. Today, we explore clinical development, the stage where a drug is studied in human subjects to determine if it is truly safe, effective, and therapeutically beneficial. This phase is not only scientifically intense but also tightly regulated as it deals directly with human life and well being. Clinical development is divided into three core phases: Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3, each with a unique purpose and scope. There are other phases called Phase 0 and Phase 4 trials, where the Phase 0 is considered in preclinical development and Phase 4 is considered as post marketing surveillance. In this video, I will first give you a structured overview of all three phases, and in our upcoming videos, we will explore each phase in depth with examples, designs, and global regulations. Let's begin with Phase 1, often referred to as the first in human trial. This is where a drug is tested in a small group of healthy volunteers, typically 20 to 100 individuals, although in serious conditions like cancer patients may be included. The goal of Phase 1 is to evaluate the basic safety profile, monitor for side effects, and understand how the drug behaves inside the human body. This includes absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion, collectively known as ADME. Pharmacokinetics and sometimes pharmacodynamics are studied here. Researchers also determine the maximum safe concentration, minimum effective concentration, and define the starting dose for future studies. Typical designs include single ascending dose and multiple ascending dose studies, along with food effect studies. Phase 1 follows regular global standards, particularly ICH E6R2 for good clinical practice and FDA's guidance on starting doses. Next, we progress to Phase 2, which involves a larger population, around 100 to 300 patients who actually have the disease or condition being studied. The primary objective here is to establish proof of concept, meaning we want to know if the drug is effective. This phase also helps determine the optimal dosing regimen and continues to monitor short-term safety and side effects. Trials are often randomized and include placebo or comparator arms. This phase is guided by regulations like ICH E4, which focuses on dose response data, and ICH E9, which outlines the statistical principles behind clinical trials. Finally, we enter Phase 3, the most resource intensive and crucial phase before regulatory approval. These trials can involve 1,000 to 5,000 patients spread across multiple sites or countries. The goal is to confirm the drug's efficacy in a broad population and compare it with either a placebo or the current standard of care. Phase 3 is where rare side effects may emerge and where the full safety and efficacy profiles of the drug is solidified. These are usually multi-center, randomized, double-blind trials that last months or even years. Data from these phases forms the foundation of regulatory submissions like new drug applications or biologic license applications. Regulatory guidance for this phase includes ICH E10 for selecting control groups, ICH E5 for understanding ethnic differences in global trials, and more. Phase 1 tells us if a drug is safe and how it behaves in the human body. Phase 2 tells us if the drug works and helps us define the right dose. Phase 3 confirms everything on a larger scale and prepares us for regulatory filing. Together, these phases can span 6 to 8 years and are essential to ensure that only the safest and most effective drugs can reach the market. In the next video, we'll take a deep dive into Phase 1 clinical trials, how they are designed, how participants are selected, and how data is interpreted. Take a snapshot of this slide for the key takeaways of the video. In the further upcoming videos, we'll explore more about each and every phases of clinical trials, how they are designed, how participants are selected, and how data is interpreted. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to PharmaAcharya for more simplified, structured insights into pharmaceutical science and drug development. Thank you for watching.